Welcome back everyone to Instance of One, where today we are going to be running the Chamber of Shadows, which is set here in the Foundations of Stone. You are able to run this with a level 50 character, but before you can run it, you have to unlock it by discovering the location. And it's a pretty onerous location to find because we are in the Foundations of Stone, and you have to go all the way out to the other end, way down here. As far as I know, you have to come around here, all the way through here, down through here, then up through a narrow way up through there. So let's first get down into there and head over to this campfire right over there. This is the campsite for the Dark Delvings, but we're not going to the Dark Delvings. We are going to the Chamber of Shadows. So if we turn left right at that location, then we head into where we need to go in order to get to the Chamber of Shadows. I think you have to go up this way. It's a very non-intuitive path, and I tend to get lost attempting it. I remember it took me several attempts to find it the first time I looked for it. So I haven't done this one all that often because it's so easy to get lost coming up here. But you come up here, you head up to the northwest, and you'll eventually will find your way. For a moment there I thought, did I get completely lost at a dead end? No, it continues along its way, heading up north, and we'll eventually find this discovery zone. Why they put in a requirement to find this place on this quest, I have no idea, because this is one of the worst discovery locations I ever found in here. Now, if you are way above level, such as I am, it's not too bad, but I think that if you were at level coming into here by yourself, let's say you're level 50. Well, actually, this is scalable, so you're at level no matter what. But if you're at minimum level, then it could be quite a harrowing experience. Probably best to come up with a group if you are. Here is the Shadowed Cave. So we're finally getting up into this area. And I think this is the instance discovery point right up here, isn't it? No, that's just, well, color, I guess. Here we are. Discover the entrance to Askad Mazal, the Chamber of Shadows. Now, let's go and actually run the instance.
Long ago, Durin the Deathless sealed away an evil being known as the Shadowed King. Driven by intense jealousy, he wears the face of the father of the Longbeards and builds a kingdom deep beneath the earth. A twisted reflection of the dwarf hall above, a mockery of the grandness of Khazad Dûm. He must be defeated, or his demented visions may become reality.
Maybe there's some sort of storyline that goes with this, but if there is, it was added much later, since this was released with Langflood. And why don't I see a summoning horn anywhere around here for me to actually summon somebody? I would have thought that this being the solo version, I would be able to summon a friend. I guess I just didn't click it right or something. Here we go. Look at this place, Pineleaf. It's a twisted copy of Rush Durinal, Durin's own throne room. How is this even possible? How long has it been here? These questions will have to wait. We will have been changed with defeating the nameless charge, and I want to cut the beard off the charlatan king personally. Alright, so we've been charged with this. It sounds like that there must be a quest line that I missed that leads up to this. But I don't know where it's at. Let's go and fight these monstrosities and see what we can do with them. Now I'm running this at level 140. And since that's my current level, so I'm running this at level. But I'm not running at the minimum level as I usually do. Mainly because I didn't feel like spending a long time trying
Why
to...
have you come? Do you seek to oppose me?
Yes!
So be it. Lukan Kaduruba Inku Sajalabalaga Kami.
Well, we have to deal with all these nameless and all. I didn't feel like going through the headaches of discovering this on a lower level character. So I just decided, okay, well, if there's no associated quest, and I didn't feel like going through the headaches of the Foundation of Stone at level, I'll just go and run this at level cap and see how it works on there. Obviously, I haven't run it before on this character because I just did the discovery deed. But I have run it on another character before. Can't remember what level it was. Pretty sure it wasn't level 50, that's for sure. Oops. So we got... Oh, okay, this purple stuff is a bit of a puddle. And the Rending Claw is a potable bleed. And it seems like we've got... What is keeping us in combat? I have absolutely no idea, but that is going to keep me from eating or anything. Usually when something like that happens, there's something like a Darkling or something like that that's keeping you in combat, because they do have a habit of getting stuck in some location or the like, holding you in combat even though you're not doing anything. Let's get out of the caustic ooze and see what we could do here. But I think this is the only second time I've done this instance. I'm not particularly impressed with it, and I'm not really liking it enough in order to put it onto my regular rotation, especially if it's going to lag out like this. Hello! I finished fighting that mob and I'm out of combat. Now I just need to cross this bridge to see what we have next and hope we don't lag out again. A vigilant dark maw. Well, I hope you're not being vigilant by fouling up the game or anything like that. Oh yes, let's get out of that. Sort of fouls up my gambits when I try to time myself on hitting them and they are outside of my area of influence. Oh, okay, is that the boss or something? World Eater. Nah, it doesn't look like a boss. Yeah, what is holding me in combat? That's the thing, is I don't understand what's holding me in combat. And that just adds to the list of things that are annoying about this particular instance. Okay, this one's an elite, so this is a nastier one. Certainly, though, not anything overly strong. Now, I don't know how things are going. I would presume that this is as usual that we have, and that is that it's similar to the 3-player version, except that you've got somebody helping you. So I guess we'll find out when we get to the bosses and the like of what their rating is. Okay, Binding Bolt crushed. Crushed by what? I don't know. Okay, we get Veteran. Fighting besides the Grizzled Veteran increases morale, heals, gives you a heal. That you're with them. Alright, we were still in here. Is it the Crushed that's putting me in combat, or is it something else? No. Maybe it's as long as the puddle lasts, and that when the puddle disappears is when it finally takes me out of combat. I guess I'm going to wait here, see how long the puddle stays around, and then see if I'm out of combat as soon as that happens. There were actually several puddles there, and as soon as the last puddle disappeared, I was finally brought out of combat. So that does answer my question. It has to do with
Can you not hear the
the
whispers?
puddles.
He hungers.
He hungers. Well, I better eat something before that
Haban
happens.
mazajala balaga menu solu!
Right. He's only an elite, so this has to be a solo version for it then. Because I think a small fellowship version would have a more powerful opponent, a more powerful version of him, probably an elite master or something like that. That would make sense. There you go. Yeah, he only has 6 million morale. There you go. The Shadowed King. He's a shadow of a king, or he's a shadow version of a king. I'm trying to see if they used the same voice actor for this as they used for Durin, because I guess that would be fitting. Of course, we got those guys also, because that's inevitable.
You dare reveal my true face? You will die for this transgression.
Oh, you don't want your true. That's your true face. Well, now I see why he wanted to hide it behind with a Durin mask, I guess. Oh, let's get out of the caustic fumes. I guess I had to make sure that I don't go into a location that resets the battle or anything like that. I'm going to guess I'm going to be in combat after I defeat the boss. I won't be able to open the chest until all these puddles disappear. Oh, no! Good grief.
My defeat means nothing. My master will be unleashed, one way or another.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be. Oh, he has lots of corruptions in here. I should have been removing those. I'm sure that'll become more important in the group version of this. But anyway, that defeats that. And here's his chest, which is 3 sigils of Imlad Ithil. So, yeah, not exactly anything impressive. It gives marks. And that's it for the reward. That is the entire instance. So, not a long one, not a multi-boss one, no grand rewards or anything like that. Just marks and a few Imlad Ithil sigils thrown into it, but nothing that is going to be used for your legendary item or anything like this. Nothing that is going to help you to upgrade your character if you're past the point of Minas Ithil. And it's a real pain to get to. So I usually rate this particular instance as skippable, but for completeness, I decided to demonstrate it to you today. Well, that's it for today's instance, and I'll see you next time for what I hope would be a more interesting instance here in the next episode of An Instance of One.